Sick. Pretty excited about this thing. If you guys read the title of this video, you already understand that you already know what this is. You read the description, the title, you know what this is. I actually have a top handle, but well, let's just get into it. So this company is pretty awesome if you're somebody like me who is on a budget and you just want to rig out your camera, just use it in a more cinematic way. So I'm super excited about this. I've been kind of back and forth whether I was going to get it for a while. It's from a company called Small Rig. I pretty much use all Small Rig products for rigging out my Sony camera. It's just the most affordable choice, I feel like. Man, packaging on this thing is really good. Can't even get into it. Okay. Small Rig, big dream. See that? There we go. Everything is packaged really, really nice. Man, this thing is way smaller than what I expected. Right now I'm shooting on the A6500 and that's the camera that this is gonna go on, and it's all rigged up. In a minute I'm gonna switch over here to my iPhone so you guys can kind of see how it integrates into the system. I do currently have a top handle, but I want to kind of show you guys why I chose to get this top handle, this cinematic top handle, and kind of some of the issues I'm having with the other one. So inside the box, they give you some hardware, which is pretty sick. It looks like they give you 4 little screws, a couple short screws and a couple of long screws, which is key. And this is pretty simple. I think that's really all they give you, just hardware and the actual handle. As you can see, it's very, very tiny. One cool thing about this handle that really kind of attracted me to it is it actually has an Allen key kind of magnetically built right into the side. Let's see if I can get it out. Man, the magnet on the side that holds the tool in is really strong. So probably not going to lose that tool, but it does seem like it's very difficult to get out. I have to use like something else to pop it out of there. Oh, there it goes. But it is really strong, this magnet. That's the first thing I'm noticing, is you have this little Allen key. It pops right in there with a nice magnet. And yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like it's gonna fall out on accident. Pretty secure. As far as the grip goes, which is really what it's all about, they do give you this nice little handle branded to Small Rig right there on the front of it. You don't really have much for your pinky to sit on, but I think that's okay. I think you'll still be able to get a pretty decent grip on it. Yeah, it's pretty solid. And it has this little monitor mount with the little locating pins on the side of it. And that was one of the key features I was looking for in this mount, because I'm definitely going to be using it with a monitor. So I needed it to fit with the Small Rig monitor mount, which I'll show you here in a minute. Let's switch over to this other camera and I'll pop it on there and we'll take a look. Okay, so this is kind of my full rig, my full build out for shooting anything professional, music videos. This is how I shoot my YouTube stuff, where I can see my monitor and I can see myself. I have kind of a shoulder rig configuration, and I'll move the monitor down to sort of to here when I'm filming, and then kind of bring these are fully adjustable. You can bring them down into here to feel like a full-on shoulder mount. I have this little battery adapter with some V-mount batteries, these Nano 1 Flixi Ion. These are some of the best small, lightweight V-mount batteries that I've come across for powering like little Sony cameras. And yeah, and you can fly with them, so they're TSA safe, so that's cool. Not that many people are really traveling right now, but you know, you can definitely keep that in your backpack or whatever if you're traveling with it. My whole kit is pretty much Small Rig. I got the Small Rig cage, the side handle, this shoulder rig, Small Rig base plate, Small Rig shoulder handle. The only thing that's not Small Rig is Camvate, which is this little battery V-mount battery adapter that goes onto the rods, but everything else, the rails, these front handles, everything is small rig. So right now let's show you the way that this new monitor is going to integrate into the system. As you can see, a comparison, it's a lot smaller than what I currently have on there. And let's just take the monitor off for now, unplug these guys, and get this stuff out of the way for a minute. Okay, so there's that. So it has the same kind of locating pin as right here, but a much smaller, compact design. So let me talk about really why I don't like this handle. It's supposed to be like a quick release. You're supposed to be able to just turn it with your fingers and get it on and off. And it is nice and rubberized, and it's very similar to the other handles that are on like the shoulder rig. And those are very comfy and nice and rubberized and grippy. And it is really easy to kind of hand it off to somebody and give them a nice secure mount on the top. But it's only one screw, so sometimes after a long day of shooting, that screw starts to come loose, and because it's on one screw, it'll pivot and it'll swivel. And that's why I think that having the 2 screws in the top is just going to be a much better design. That way it doesn't pivot and it doesn't rotate after a long day of shooting. So I don't want to have to be tweaking and readjusting my kit throughout the day. So I'm going to take this other Allen key and pop this guy out. It looks like these Allen keys are pretty close to the same size, the one that goes into the side handle and the one that goes into the top handle. So that's nice. Looks like I need a couple of different sizes to get this to work. Luckily, I have quite a bit of different sized Allen keys. And that's another thing that I didn't like about this, is it's not a standard Allen key. So you either have to have one of the little small rig like Allen key tools on you at all times if you want to adjust it, because it's a little bit bigger than the other tool. And what's nice about this is it kind of hides away. You don't have to carry all the tools on you. And over time, it's starting to strip. So look how difficult it is to come off here. I don't even know if it will come off. It's like completely stripped. Oh, man, this is really bad. Like if I didn't get this in the mail, I don't know what I would have done with this handle. It's like completely stripped. As you can see, I can just take my hand and I can turn the handle. You see how I can turn the handle with my hand? That is a no-go. You do not want your handle to just be spinning like that. That's not secure. You see how it can just come undone like that? That is really not good. So yeah, this is like some sort of cheap aluminum that's on this piece right here that secures it. Man, now the Allen key is like stuck inside of there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Now it's coming out. Okay, boom, there it goes. Oh man, there's all kinds of metal shavings that just came off. Yeah, so this thing is junk. Let's set this down for a second. I just want to show you. So this little piece just completely came off and now just kind of broke. So yeah, definitely would not recommend this type of handle. So this is going in the trash. Probably not going to trust my camera with that anymore. I need to have confidence in it. I mean, I really love small rig stuff. You just need to buy the right components, and having just one, it's just a bad design for this type of a handle. And I don't even think they sell this on their website anymore. So completely just worn away, this little cheap plastic. But this hardware on here is much better. And I feel like I'm actually gonna trust being able to pick up my whole rig by these longer screws. There's a couple short screws and a couple long screws. We're gonna go with the longer screws. What's nice is this side handle comes with the same size Allen key, so it allows you to secure it just nicely right in there like that. So I'm just gonna screw this in and make sure that both sides are nice and secure. And I feel a lot better about this hardware than this other cheap little aluminum piece. It doesn't seem to secure very well. So yeah, got that going and threading right there into the cage. Okay, so it's not like a quick release. It definitely does take a few minutes to kind of build it out. But once it's built out, I think that it's probably going to be something that just kind of stays on the camera. So now that it's mounted on there, I don't really see myself taking it off. It's going to, you know, just be integrated into the camera rig. I'm going to pull apart some of these other pieces here so we can just get like a little bit more minimal setup. Okay, so here's just the camera by itself. I got a dummy battery coming out of it. Here's the HDMI, which will go up towards the monitor. And then also my monitor can power my camera, so that's why I have a dummy battery coming out the back. So this will kind of be my rig now. It's almost feels like it's like half of your hand. It's not quite your full hand. It's very small. The real test is whether I can get my face onto the EVF. I can kind of get my eye onto the EVF, but it is kind of poking me here. If I were to spin it around, I feel like I could probably get my eye on the EVF. Yeah, it's still kind of hitting my head right here. That is a little uncomfortable. You definitely need to use a monitor if you're using this accessory. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the monitor mount off of this other handle. For that, you need another skinny little Allen key, which I have here. Now once that's loose, you can just kind of thumb screw it out of there. And this actually is a really good connection because it has like 3/8 and then it has 2 of these little locating pins. So we can get that right on the front of this small rig cinematic handle and screw that in just like that, and then the pins just drop right inside there. Very nice. And just thumb tighten that like that, and then just take the tool and just give it a nice snug tighten. Not too much, but just enough to where it's not going anywhere. And then that feels really secure. That's the way to hold on to the camera. We have 2 connections here, 2 different screws. Let's get this little red whip out of the way. We have 2 nice little connections for the side handle, which I really love. And then now 2 little connections for the top handle. It's kind of awesome. It's your pinky doesn't really fit on it. I'm noticing that my finger is kind of slipping off of it. And now that the monitor's on, I can just tighten that up a little bit. Cool. So now everything is pretty secure. Let's give it the shake test. Nothing is moving around. What's nice is you can kind of get your other finger around the front of the monitor like this. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. I feel like I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect power back into the monitor. And I have this battery that will power my camera and my monitor. So now my camera's up, my monitor is up, and then let's take the signal coming out of the camera and plug that back into the monitor. And we can tidy up the cable here with these red whips. I love these red whips. If you know Philip Bloom, he's all about these red whips. Yeah, so far this handle feels a bit shallow when I go to grab it because I'm used to having this much larger handle on there. And as you can see, here's a comparison between this handle and the other handle that came off of it. So this handle is nice, it's a bit beefier. It's a lot more to kind of grab onto there on the top. I just have to test this out and kind of see what my thoughts are on this thing and whether or not I feel like I'm gonna be using it or if I'm gonna send it back. But top handle is super, super important for just any kind of handheld shots. I don't feel like I really got a good hold on it. Let's snap it back into this shoulder rig setup. And I'm just using little Manfrotto quick releases to be able to connect the whole thing. And now with some of this, the back pad and the V-mount battery, it's a little bit more back heavy. So let's see what it's like pulling on the whole rig. Okay, it's a little bit more balanced with this type of top handle, but I still feel like it's gonna go sliding out of my hand if I was gonna hand this off to somebody. Yeah, feels a little bit more balanced when you have some weight towards the back. So that might be better, kind of sits in your hand a little better. I feel like my camera is a little front heavy. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like these handles are a lot more robust than this, but I don't know. Might be something I need to get used to, but it's definitely a lot more secure, and I trust it a lot better than I did this one, even though I feel like that one may be a little bit more comfortable. Well guys, I have the cinematic top handle mounted back on the camera, and I'm recording on this camera back again. It seems like it's doing a lot better. It's a lot lower profile than this other handle that I was using, and it seems like it's a much better connection. And if you want to keep your rig more compact, I think it might be a better option. But for me, I'm still not convinced that it's going to be as good as one of the bigger rubber handles, especially for like, you know, larger productions, or if you're working with multiple people and you got to hand off your camera to them. You want to have a big rubber or like large top handle for them to grab onto. It's tough to have a handle that's so small. I don't know how well it's gonna work for me, but hopefully this was helpful in your buying decision. If you guys found any of this information helpful, please go ahead and hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. If you wanna check out some more small rig products, I have an affiliate link down in the description, and if you want to help support the channel, you can go ahead and click the link in the description and check out this top handle or any other products from Small Rig. And any purchase you make, I get a small commission from, so it definitely helps me out. Once again, I'm Scott Stevenson. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out my past videos as well as subscribe to see my future ones. Peace.